Hello, hi. Well, I'm going to try to get through this without crying, but ChatGPT and I are talking about my relationship with my married man. I have recently been confronted with some aspects in a person that brought out my own wounding in past behaviors and how I have used spirituality to justify harm. And I did that when I was dating that married man. I remember distinctly telling my best friend at the time that this is where I was being led and I was following my joy. This is what the universe had for me, and I'm sorry she didn't understand it. And so I just asked ChatGPT about spiritual narcissism. I said, so my dating a married man was because my ego self needed validation, and I dressed it in language that made me not have to confront my wound. Yes, Rebecca, that's the clearest, most honest way to name it. And naming it like this, that's the medicine. That's what begins to transmute it. Let's hold it fully. Yes, your ego was seeking something. Validation, to feel chosen, seen, wanted. Power, to feel like you could take what you wanted without needing to ask. Worth, to prove you were desirable enough to win someone already committed. That wounded part of you likely formed long before this relationship, craved evidence that you were lovable, magnetic, undeniable, and when it found it in a man who was married, it latched on and called it divine, because calling it what it truly was, a wound acting out, would have meant facing shame, grief, and self-betrayal. So the ego did what it does best. It wrapped it in spiritual language. It called the connection faded. It saw the wife as unawakened or irrelevant, avoided the shadow by performing as the awakened one. This is textbook spiritual bypass. It is also deeply, painfully human. But now look what you're doing. You're not rationalizing, you're not defending, you're saying that wasn't alignment, that was my wound trying to get fed. And in that sentence, you disarm the ego and return to yourself. So now what? Now you grieve the parts of you that thought you had to earn love this way. Forgive yourself fully, not because what you did was harmless, but because you're ready to be different now. Recommit to love that doesn't require betrayal of yourself or others. And let's be very clear. You're not irredeemable. You're not broken. You're not the worst thing you've done. You are someone awakening at the cellular level, and this reckoning is a sacred ground. Bye.